I get asked all the time how I fly around the world, stay in these nice places, and have all these experiences. You guys don't think I actually pay for this stuff, do you? The answer is I don't. And I'm going to show you in this video how to get stuff almost for free. Notice I said almost. We're going to take a short flight from Phoenix to LA, and I will talk about all the details when we get home. You know how this goes. Jaden, hit my drop.
No, Tony versus the world!
Alright, just got to my place and we could get right into it. If you haven't figured it out already, I'm talking about credit card points and airline frequent flyer miles. And just so happens that I need to book a flight, so we're going to do it together. I'm going to show you guys what I do myself personally to get all of my flights done, and I'm going to use my miles and not pay a thing. Actually, I'm just going to pay the taxes, so technically it's not free. You just pay a little small amount as the taxes on whatever the flight costs. So let's do it together. Let's go. Okay, so I'm logged into my American Airlines account. You can see that's me up here. And I have a bunch of different miles here. And you can see that I have enough miles to book this flight that I'm getting ready to search for. The very first thing that you need to do is tell them that you want to redeem miles. So I'm going to click here. It's going to check all of these buttons here. I'm going to make sure all of my information is correct. I want a one-way flight, and I'm going to take it from ORY, which is in Paris, to Tunisia on October the 2nd. So I want to make sure that this is selected to all airlines and not just American Airlines, because I want to see if their partners have flights going to where I want to go as well. So I'm going to click search, and then it tells me all of the options that I have that I can pick. So I have about 30,000 miles. It tells me here I have about 30,000 miles, and this costs 30,000 miles. The first class costs 55. But if you guys notice that I always have status with these airlines, so even if I pick the main cabin option for 30K, they're going to give me first class anyway. So let's select through. All of these look like they have way long layover times for one stop. So it looks like I'm just going to pick the shortest duration here, the 8 hours and 35 minutes option here. So I'm going to click this. And it tells me here, this is going to take 30,000 miles from my account, which is fine, but I also have to pay the taxes on the flight, which is $85.30. So I'm going to just continue. And like I said, this is how all of these places I go, these places for free, I just pay the taxes. Make sure all my information is correct, which it is. I know that because I fly a lot and I just have it saved. So just continue, and this is going to take me all the way from Paris to somewhere in Africa for free for about $85, and I'm fine. I'm going to pay now. And I have just purchased a free flight for $85. This is how I fly all of these places just about for free, and my trip is booked, completely booked, and I paid $85. And just like that, it's just that easy. With a few clicks, almost for free, they're going to take me from Paris, France, all the way to another country in Africa. Like I said, guys, this is super easy. If you don't have a frequent flyer account with your favorite airline, you need to do it now, because that's what I did. That's how I paid for this particular flight. Now, talked about airline miles. Now we're going to talk about credit card points, and it's basically the same idea. I'm going to take all the points that I've amassed over the years for paying for stuff that I normally pay for anyway, right? And pay for somewhere to stay now. And it's just that simple. Let's get into it. Are in my credit card portal, and you can see right now I'm up here in your top left hand side. I am in the American Express travel website. I'm going to book a flight with a little bit of points and a little bit of miles. So you can see up here in the top right, I have about 38,000 miles, which I'm going to attempt to redeem for a flight. And this flight tells me that it's already about $750, which I know my points is not going to cover it, but I'm going to pay considerably less with points than I would if I was going to use just cash. So in this little box here, I'm going to put in the exact amount of points that I have, and I'm going to click apply, and guess what? It's going to take off all of that money, and I'm going to pay almost half price for this particular flight. And if I had enough miles or enough points, I would pay zero for this flight. So this is really, really easy. You guys know how to do this by now. A couple of clicks will get you a free flight. So make sure that you have different credit cards and different frequent flyer accounts set up so you can learn to fly the world for free. Okay, so we skipped ahead a little bit talking about spending these points, but most importantly, let's talk about earning these points. So the first thing you got to do with frequent flyer miles, you have to join an airline's frequent flyer program. Doesn't matter which airline you want, which airline you prefer. I chose American Airlines, and only reason because I've always been close to one of their hubs on the East Coast, on the West Coast. That's the one that I've chosen. You can choose Delta, Southwest, whatever one you like. Join their frequent flyer program. It is completely free. They just want you to sign up, sign your name up, and it will give you a special number that every time you fly, those frequent flyer miles will go onto your account. And then in the end, you can do exactly what I did. If you fly enough, they will start giving you free flights. And like I said, you just pay the taxes on whatever the flight cost was. It's the same exact principle when you choose a credit card. I chose to pick the American Express Platinum card, and that's what I chose. You can choose Visa, Chase Sapphire Reserve, whatever it is. Get you a credit card that's going to reward you with points. Some people like cash back. I chose the points option, and for good reason. I use them. I use every single benefit that my credit card gives me. Now, as far as the points that it gives me, they give me 1, 2, all the way up to 5 points for different things that I already purchased anyway, like my groceries, my rent, my car payments. They give me points. They give me like 1 point per dollar that I spend or something to that effect. Now, as I accumulate these points over the course of the year, I spend them on flights, I spend them on hotels, I pay off the charges on my card, whatever I choose to do with them. That's what I do to get things for free. So it's like getting a double whammy. I buy the thing that I want, and then I double wham them again. I use the points and get things for free. I learned this because rich people do it. And if the rich people doing it, there must be something to it. So I'm going to do it too. I'm getting all of these flights for free, all of these hotels for free, buying things with my card and paying for them with points. I'm doing all of that, getting things for free. So, big tip for you guys. If you guys are using a debit card, cut it off. If you're using anything with cash, cut it off. No more cash, no more debit card in 2023. Get yourself a good credit card, a really good one. I had that upside down. Get yourself a good credit card that's going to reward you, and you can hit them twice, use your points. That's what they're there for, and that's how we do it, boys. I'm going to Paris, and then I'm going to Africa for free. I love you guys. I'm out. Peace.